Okay, so I get a lot of questions about globalization in Japan and what it means for Japan to become a global market. And in a recent discussion panel that I was on for Emory Business School, the question of leadership came up. And I think there's a cross-section of globalization and leadership in Japan based on this particular concept. So anyone who's done business in Japan understands that there's this idea of Naka and Soto. Naka means middle or center or inside, and Soto is anything outside. So if you've done business in Japan, you've already been faced with companies who have this philosophy. Anyone on the outside is Soto, anyone on the inside is Naka. And what happens is, with Japanese structure in business, the more you work to the center, the more hierarchy becomes a factor. The closer you are to the middle, the higher the hierarchical chain becomes. So what that means is leadership in Japan becomes from the top, command style leadership, right? And so you have foreigners coming in trying to do business with Japanese, and they're immediately confronted with this idea that they have to work to the middle. So what I found is, if you work to the middle, then you have to become a part of this command chain and work your way up. This creates a problem because in today's market, everything requires quick change and adjustment rapidly. And that's because we're moving out of an era of manufacturing and moving into an era of creativity, which is referred to sometimes as the creative class. So the manufacturing class is still trying to apply manufacturing mentality, which is top-down structure where things are done in sequential order, to a creative industry. Now in my talks with different executives, I found the problem is not actually happening up here, but in the middle layer of management. These managers here are still applying manufacturing mentality to make creative decisions, and this is creating a conflict in Japan.